I'm Vanessa Franko. Welcome to another edition of PE Live. I am joined by the Dangers.
Yes.
Woo!
This is water. Yep.
So much music. So much music.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You have a new record that I love. I love Gold. Please tell the story about kind of how Gold came together and how those songs formed.
Okay. Well, you know, this is our 5th album as the Dangers, and we've had variations of, you know, where Lisa would sing on us songs and input from the band, and a lot of times I was a little too dictatorial. This time around, we really agreed to try to work with it as a whole band and expand the voices, expand the variety of people who were singing on it, and it was all to the plus, because we ended up with honoring the songs by kind of following them to their natural conclusion. And Gold is the best produced album we have. It's the best set of songs.
It's gold.
It's gold. And I'll tell you, it was going to be called Peace, Love, and Psychedelia. Everything was mastered. It was ready to go.
Artwork was finished.
Everything was finished. Lisa's flying back from someplace, parts unknown. She goes, "Can't we call it Gold?" I go, no, Lisa, I love that concept. It's really nice. And she said, please, pretty please, email me. She climbed down my chimney and
gave him $10.
Gave me $10. I go, oh, okay, sure, we can change that. And we did, and it made solid sense for the album, and it really kind of solidified how we've approached it as a live band. This is the first time the Dangers have been a 6-piece band, with the addition of Lisa and Mike. Can you pronounce that man's name?
Gagan.
Thank you. It's nice, great guitar player, hard name. But it is, we're firing on full cylinders. The Dangers are 30 years old and better than ever, and we're so glad that you like the album.
I love the album. I love the album. Well, and one of the things I love about the album is that the songs are so different. Like, everything's in. I love that song. I love the bossa nova, because
I love that too.
I was not ready for that. Like, when it got
what
to
a
tracks,
nice switch.
I loved it. I loved it. I was like, can you talk a little bit about just, you know, you talked about letting other people in and working on the songs, like how the songs had, like, everything sounds like the Dangers, but it's really a trip through a bunch of different kinds of music on this record.
Absolutely. Well, with everybody in, a lot of times I'll show them the demos of my songs and whatnot, and they're very different than Danger music. And then Bob kind of tells me, this is a real Danger song. This isn't. Well, he didn't say this time. He just goes, that's just a good song. I don't know that we need drums. I think it's Brazil '66, and it was. And we gave ourselves the freedom to follow the songs to their end. And it was really kind of Bob's input. He's a very good producer, and he has great ways of supporting where to go with the song. So we did that 10 times, and each one of them. For example, My Someday, it's 2 years old. It's a wonderful song, I hate to say.
No, wait a minute, I'll say it. As the music authority, it's a wonderful song.
It's a wonderful song. It was written 2 years ago. I sang it. It was light and acoustic-y, and then again, when we're thinking this through, I go, you know, I know someone who could sing this better. And so Lisa, I got this song. It's going to be so good. And we followed it through again to his conclusion. She came back. We were singing in Australia. She lost her voice. She was barely getting it back. We're in the studio. She does one take, and we can do it better, because it was, you know, kind of, you know, not her full volume. And I brought him inside the studio. I go, listen to this. This is fragile. This is real. It's a thing of beauty. If you only download one song from Gold, get My Someday, because it's a work of art. The drums, the horn lines that we got from
vocals, all of the stuff in it.
It's just such a powerful piece. So again, being open to ideas and make it a more homogeneous group.
And if you only download one song, download it 3 times.
Yes.
No, buy the whole album.
And play it back.
Buy the whole album.
You
This
need
is
to
true.
have this whole album.
Look
because
at it
If
and
you
hold it
listen
in your
to
hand,
it,
yeah.
and like one of the things that always impresses me about your work, but particularly this album, is the flow of the songs. The sequencing is so
perfect.
spot on.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a big dork who still likes to make, like, if I could, I'd still make mix CDs, or not mix CDs. Well, I still do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean, mix tapes, like, where
I
you
know
know,
what
like,
you mean.
stop, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like, that, it's such an important thing. Like, how do you even do the sequencing on a record like
We
that?
usually fight over it, but I actually sent a list of kind of a potential one to Bob, and he switched the first 2 songs, and it was that's it. But again, it's sort of like it's in the '60s reference. I remember growing up. There was a kid sitting in front of my tree in the front yard. I had an AM transistor radio, listen to KFXM and K-Men, and I would flip back and forth between channels, and these songs would be, they'd be wildly different. You know, there'd be Ray Charles, and then here's the Beatles, and here's Aretha Franklin, and then there's, it just jumped and jumped and jumped, and that was a very powerful experience to say all these different kinds of music live together. And in this niche marketing now, you don't get this experience as we could do this in an album. You know, you're going from song to song to song, and it's like you're on a radio, a really cool radio.
You want to have a conversation when you have an album. It's like when you're talking to somebody. You're talking. You start off a certain way. You drop your glass.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you drop your glass. Sometimes you throw your glass.
You lap
Sometimes
that up.
That's not even beer. That's what's so pathetic. Not even beer.
you know, I mean, sometimes you talk quietly, then you get louder, and it gets faster. You're talking back and forth. That's what an album is. An album should be something that you can that you can ride out, that you can listen to, that your ears don't get tired to a certain sound or a certain pitch or a certain tempo or a certain. That's the kind of stuff that we listen to when we're putting an album together. It's you know, you want to be able to listen to it for 40 minutes or however long it is. Again, you know, we're anachronisms or something in this day and age where, you know, most people put their best 3 hits, first 3 songs or something, because they know people don't have the patience to get through it all, or they know that the album doesn't have anything else worth listening to. We're not that way. I mean, you know, if we have a whole album worth listening to, you put it so you can listen to the whole thing. You don't get tired.
So it's old school in that way. I take it back. Don't buy one song. Buy the album. Because it is. It's thought of as an album. It's of a piece.
Well, tell us, where can people buy the album? Where can they find you online?
You go on iTunes. You go on Amazon. You go on lo-fi songbook.com. Yes, lo-fi-songbook.com, and then you can get it direct, and we'll sign all the CDs you order.
Is there a Dangerous webpage?
There's a Dangerous webpage, but it's connected to lo-fi-songbook.com. So if you click on there, there'll be a big Danger sign. You go on there, and it's a music store.
Facebook.
Lots of stuff.
Facebook.
There's
Facebook.
also there's a Danger Facebook page too.
Google The Dangers.
Yeah.
The Dangers.
Not dangerous.
Not
Danger.
Dangers.
No, because then you'll get some
Danger.
sort of industrial accident.
Yeah, or spiders, or
And look for the
yeah,
weirdest
something
pictures
like
you can find, because that's what will be. I swear Chris changes a picture like every other day, and it's
every
I'm
other
like,
And you're like,
Like
is this
3 times
me?
a day.
Are we here? Well, thank you
There's
guys
always
so
new
much.
artists.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for supporting local music.
Yeah,
and giving us this opportunity. The Dangers love you, Vanessa
I love the
Franko.
danger.